Welcome to the leading global specialist in photovoltaic system technology. Welcome to a new, exciting virtual format. Welcome to Niestetal, Germany, where we create what we call energy that changes. This is SMA Solar Technology AG, introducing our brand new virtual format, Let's Talk Energy, world premiere. We thank you for joining us and promise to energize you. And here is your host, Kimsey van Rijsach.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This little piece of high-tech gear right here will have a very important part a little bit later on in the show, and I'll get to that a little bit later. And with that, I would like to welcome you all to the next very exciting 60 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the very first time you have the opportunity to join in SMA's brand new virtual format, Let's Talk Energy. And for our very first edition, we have something fantastic planned for you. It is a virtual product launch, a world premiere happening right here. But more on that just a little bit later. We are coming to you live today from SMA's headquarters in Niestetal, and we are excited to welcome viewers from around the globe with us here today. I would like to say hello to all the viewers from Belgium, hello to Holland, France and Spain, and even hello to our viewers in Australia, where now it is later in the afternoon already. To everybody else, I say good morning and great to have you here with us. My name is Kimsey van Rijsach. I'm a freelance presenter, and it is my pleasure to be your host for today and accompany you through the next very exciting 60 minutes. And I'd like to give you a little rundown of what is going to happen in the next hour. So we will kick things off with the world premiere of the brand new SMA SUNNY TRIPOWER CORE2. Then we will have none other than the CEO of SMA stop by here for a little chat and let us know what's happening in the world of SMA right now. We will have great guests internally and externally. They're going to fill us in with some insights, and they're going to discuss the new CORE2. And very important, dear viewers, we really want to connect with you. We want to have this virtual community grow, and we would like to share our insights. So definitely stick around for the entire 60 minutes. We're going to start this little interactive area right now with a word cloud. So you all know what a word cloud is. You're going to enter one word into that area now. And I would like to know from you, dear viewers, ladies and gentlemen from around the world, what are your expectations for today? So let's take a look what the word cloud gives us an information. Are you excited? Are you maybe still a little bit tired? Are you a little bit nervous maybe? Are you anticipatory? Let's see what the word cloud tells us. There's, of course, many, many options. Most importantly here with the word cloud is that you give us one word in the interactive area. And here we are, excited, very good, see? Lots of you out there are excited or are feeling excitement. Very many of you are feeling super, I like that. And what else do we have? Knowledge. Knowledge is a very important key point today, because knowledge is what we will all be gaining today during Let's Talk Energy. This interactive area, we're going to use it a little bit later also in our Q&A session, but I'll let you all know when that is. Now, however, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce you to none other than the CEO of SMA Solar Technology AG, Jürgen Reinhardt. Great to have you with us here today. How are you doing, Jürgen?
Very good. It's my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So before we get to numbers and facts and figures, which I hear you've brought with you today, I would like to ask you a personal question. So looking back also for you viewers out there around the world, the last 3 months, of course, have been definitely very different than we had all anticipated them to be. How was it for you personally?
Personally, I must say, of course, like I think all of us, rather awkward at the beginning, new ways of living and experiencing life. But I must say also getting used to a home office. I've got 4 children at home. That was quite an experience actually to be with them a little bit more, and I really liked that part. So that was the good part of that. I start to miss traveling. That's just like that, both personally as well as for the business. And I would really like to see the customers again. That would be really nice.
Yes, I hope we can all get back to traveling very, very soon. So talking about the numbers, let's do a little bit of a recap. Let's look back at the year 2019 and the first half of 2020. What were your highlights?
Yeah, if we look at 2019, I think we can be rather happy with the year. We have actually achieved a growth in delivered power from 8.5 gigawatt to 11.5 gigawatt, which is a 35% increase, and actually corresponds to something like 6 or 7 big power stations. So this is really something we are very proud of, and interesting to see is how the increase has been on storage. So we delivered we had signed contracts for over 1 gigawatt of inverter power for stationary storage. And that we are very happy for, because storage and PV will grow together more and more, of course, over the next years. In addition to that, over 1 gigawatt of new O&M contracts for operation and maintenance, and that is also a big part of our new offering to the market. In total now nearly 5 gigawatt. But definitely not least also our endeavors are bearing fruits in order to really be easier to interact with the customer, to have products that are easy to commission, easy to take into operation. And therefore our work with the apps is really something I'm most excited about, with the SMA 360-degree app for installers, but also the energy app, which will come soon for the end user. I think that is really going to change, because we did quite some benchmark on what is available in the market and how we want to position ourselves. So I think that will really be a great addition to our offering. And if we look at the world market, then we do see that the big 6 players have actually gained market share. So in total over 70% towards only 60% the year before. So there's a consolidation taking place, but I'm very happy that we grew 35% and the market grew 10% roughly. So we took market share, and we are among those growing in that field. So I'm very happy with that.
So let's look into the future just a little bit. Let's look into the prognosis, your prognosis. So you have expected a growth for PV installations of 8% until 2022, and even 15% annual rate in the commercial segment. So those numbers are also pretty fantastic.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we have, of course, had a picture of roughly 10 gigawatt growth per year from 18 to 22, so roughly from 100 gigawatt in 18 to 140 gigawatt in 2022, which means a 10% growth roughly year on year. Through Corona, of course, we do see a decline. This year it will probably not go to 120 as it would have gone, but back to 100, so 18% decline through Corona. But I think we are in a very good position there, because we intend to still grow in this year towards last year. And of course, what's especially important for today is that the commercial segment is even growing stronger than that. Instead of the 8%, probably the commercial segment will grow roughly 15%. So that's why this product is of course coming in at a very good point in time. And if we look at the total market, then for the next 10 years, then we do roughly see an increase of 100 gigawatt to 300 gigawatts in 2030. So that is a good increase, which is a statistics from last year. And I think by the European Green Deal and additional changes in the world to use the pandemic to actually make the whole energy supply more sustainable, I think we will even surpass those growth rates, and it will actually be even a little bit more. And that's coming from hydrogen, so green hydrogen, power to gas, then being supplied by photovoltaics, but also electric vehicles, which are being pushed from the governments, will actually lead to the fact that people want to install their own PV on their roof and on their factories. So it's actually a secondary effect also here that will probably lead to additional growth.
Where do you think is the main drive in the markets in general? Is SMA overall positioned well here?
Yes, if we look at the market trends and market drivers, then it's of course it's actually the three big Ds. It's digitalization, it's decarbonization, and it's decentralization. So we do have the situation that PV systems on the roof of the factory or on the home, of course, have the possibility to get you to be a prosumer, so producing energy and consuming energy. And therefore, the digitalization really becomes a natural part in that. And connecting all the different sectors like heating, ventilation, air conditioning, I think that is a part of the new future that will be really, really interesting, and which is definitely very, very different to the old industry of nuclear power or coal, where each home owner or each factory can actually control the energy in the best possible way in order to make use of the energy from the sun in the best possible way, and then of course also store it for the night if necessary.
Fantastic. Well, Jürgen, thank you so much for your insights. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at the beginning of the show, I mentioned to you that the drone would have a very important job, and this moment has come now. Wow, what an amazing reveal that was. That was pretty spectacular, no?
It really was. It really was.
Wow, so here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the world premiere. We are standing right next to the brand new Sunny TriPower Core2. This is very exciting. Can you tell us, what does the Core2 mean for SMA?
The Core2 is actually the perfect fill of the gap of the big commercial system. So we have a 25 kilowatt machine, we have a 50 kilowatt machine, and the 110 Core2 kilowatt machine will really fill that gap and be the perfect fit for all the big applications, for all the big projects. And I'm very, very sure it will really rock the market.
Fantastic. Jürgen, thank you so much for spending some time with us. I'd love to spend the rest of the show with you, but unfortunately you have to rush off to your next appointment. So thank you so much for being here with us and for sharing your insights.
Thank you, Kimsey.
Thank you very much. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to move on with our next segment. We'll take a look here in Let's Talk Energy.
All right, thank you, Kimsey. And hello, everybody. Hello together. My name is Matthias Strippel. I'm a product platform manager in the business unit Home and Business Solutions. And I would like to give you more insights into the new Sunny TriPower Core2. So this new inverter with 110 kilowatt matches perfectly all the demands we have in applications from 200 kilowatt up to the megawatt ranges 1, 2, 4 or 5 megawatts. So let's come to the benefits of the Sunny TriPower Core2 and the key messages we have here and the three pillars, the three messages we have to show you all the benefits of the product. So first of all, we have more options with that product. So what does it mean? This is really a flexible product. With 12 MPP trackers, this is really flexible for all the applications you can imagine. The second one is the more integration. So we have more integration means that this product is really a key element of our SMA energy system business we have launched last year. And the third pillar, last but not least, is we provide with that product more performance. More performance, why? This is an out-of-the-box solution. And we will deliver that product with well-known key features out of the house of SMA, like SMA Shade Fix or SMA Smart Connected. So with the 12 MPP trackers, this product has really incredible flexibility. So shading is no matter anymore. If you are in the ground mount installation or on the rooftop, it doesn't matter. In the ground mount installation, for instance, if you have PV modules where the arrays are very nearby and you have shadings, not an issue anymore. 12 MPP trackers, you don't have to think about it. And you have here the inverter divided into two main parts. On the left side, the power part, the power conversion with the DC clicks, sun clicks underneath. And on the right-hand side, this is the AC compartment where the AC connection will take place. So let's have a closer look into it. So let's take the Torx here and open it. And you can see this is really comfortable space in here for the AC terminals. So the AC terminals are here, and we can route the AC wires up to 240 square millimeters easily here and connect it to the AC grid. As well, we have here on the right side the the communication module, where you can connect the Ethernet cable to the inverter and connect it directly to the SMA Data Manager. Yeah, in the SMA Data Manager, this is really a good step over to the next pillar we have for the product. So that means we have more integration. More integration means the Sunny TriPower Core2 is really a key part of our SMA energy system business. For the SMA energy system business, usually we start with the planning. And therefore we have the SMA Sunny Design, the real incredible planning tool, where you can plan also comprehensive energy systems, also including storage, because storage is also a key part of the energy system, the whole energy system. And at the end, also the monitoring of the inverter is possible with the SMA Sunny Portal, as usual. If we have now looked to the last pillar, where all the benefits of the product are coming from, this is the higher performance of that product. So what does it mean for you guys? For sure, best in class, we can say the 12 MPP trackers at a 400 volt AC standard grid with 110 kilowatt. This is really an out-of-the-box solution. So we don't have a DC combiner anymore in those applications. So the DC strings will be connected directly to the inverter, so a faster installation in the field. More performance also means we, with SMA, have innovative features we can deliver with the product. For instance, we have here the SMA Shade Fix. So this is a patented software solution inside of the inverter which ensures a really best MPP tracking. Another one is the SMA Smart Connected. So this is an optimized monitoring feature with an integrated and optimized service activity in the background. In addition to what I have said before, is that product is really a most-of-world product. So what does it mean? That product can be installed and used in all the markets all over the world. And this is really a benefit because for our distributors, storage of these inverters is a no-brainer. So you don't have to think about in which country you would like to sell the product. You can say we can face everything. So I would like to say thank you for your attention, and I will give over to Kimsey back to the talking round, and I will be there in a few minutes. See you for the power talk. See you, bye.
Matthias, thank you so much for talking us through the main benefits and also the key features of the Core2. Now, as Matthias said, he is on his way over here from the Solar Academy. And in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to my next guest right here. His name is Andreas Gast, and he is the head of sales for Central EU right here at SMA. And Andreas, together with Matthias, once he gets here, is going to be answering the questions that you, ladies and gentlemen, posed during the product presentation. And let's get straight to it. The first question is, what about the name Core2? Is the Core 1 now an old one? Is it now obsolete? What's up with that?
Yeah, not at all. So the Core 1 is the product which has absolutely its advantages when we look into systems between 50 kilowatt and 500 kilowatt, especially when we talk about flat roof installations. So this product still remains very important in the commercial market. But for sure, the Core 2, best in class for installations, I would say starting with round about 500 kilowatt up to 3, 4, 5 megawatt.
Okay. And here he is, the man of the moment, Matthias. How it was a bit of a sprint for you, no?
Yes, it was. But yeah, I did it finally.
You did it.
Yeah, thanks.
And are you ready to answer the
sure.
many questions that we received?
Oh, it looks very good. A lot of questions.
Now let's see what's next. Is Core 2 equipped with surge protection? If yes, is it monitored? Matthias?
Oh yes, this is a question raised up several times. And yes, we can say definitely. So we have surge protection on the AC side and the DC side. Here in that case, we have type 2 arresters, and for sure, they are both monitored.
Okay. Then what level of string monitoring is included per input?
Okay, yeah. The good thing is here, and I didn't mention that in my presentation. That's a good question. The good thing is for the Core 2, we really have a string monitoring on input level for each string. So that means not on the MPP level, not 12. So we have incredible 24 here on the product.
Fantastic.
Yep.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to deep dive into the world of the Core 2 next. Are you ready? So, ladies and gentlemen, for our power talk, I would like to open up our circle just a little bit. And as we are in Corona times right now, we had to open it up just a little bit more than we had wanted to. But Matthias and Andreas, ladies and gentlemen, I introduced to you already. So now I would like to introduce to you next Mr. Volker Schöller. Volker Schöller, together with his two brothers, is owner and CEO of Schönergie. Based near Trier, this 52-employee-strong business focuses on planning, on installing and maintaining PV plants. This long-standing partner of SMA produces over 3 million kilowatts of solar power on their clients' roofs. And they are now also offering electromobility and storage systems in their portfolio. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Next to Volker, we have Tobias Schüssler. Tobias is one of the two CEOs of Goldbeck Solar. Great to have you with us here today. His company is based near Mannheim, and it's one of the global players in the PV industry, focusing on planning and building commercial and industrial solar plants. And his company has also been a valued customer of SMA for many years. Tobias, great to have you here today, too. Okay, gentlemen, are you ready for the power talk? Are you ready to deep dive into the world of the Core 2?
I hope so.
I hope so. Okay, let's find out. So, Volker, I would like to start with you and with not one, but actually two very exciting pilot projects where you're going to be using the Core 2. So what can you tell us about that? What can you reveal so far?
Thank you for the question. We've been building at the moment 2 pilot projects with the Core 2. The first one is a free-field PV plant. It's about 544 kilowatt kW peak, and it's a repowering project. The problem here is when we built this project back in 2015, we used inverters on string base from a manufacturer that is not in the market anymore. 2016, he stepped out of the market. and we are facing many problems with these inverters. We changed each inverter till now once or twice, and since we heard about Core2, we talked to the customer, and we asked him if it is possible to make a pilot project out of his PV plant, and we told him that we are using a new inverter, a brand new one from SMA. He already has some inverters from SMA, so he knows about the benefits. And so we go deeper into the planning with SMA and Matthias as well. Because we are facing several problems over there. One of the problems is that we only have 17 modules in a string. So this is a really low DC voltage, and this could be a problem for most of the inverters available in this part to use them. So this was one of the things we are looking at, and also we are looking at that we are talking to the customer that we need a cheaper version, which because of it's one of the first projects without a feed-in tariff in 2015. So he only uses the power by himself, by his company. So we are trying to hold the budget a little low, and this was also important for the customer. Last but not least, we wanted to have an opportunity for the future by using Q at night or Q on demand, because this will also be something he asked us for, because he will need it in the future for his machines to compensate them. The second project is a rooftop project. We built it in 2018. This is one of our own projects. We use it a little bit like an technical examination for us, so we can put some inverters inside and test them and know how to use them, how to mount them, how to handle them. And this project is roughly 500 kW peak, and we use 4 Core2 inverters inside. And yes, this will also be built by the end of June. And yes,
Thank you
I
so
hope to have the experience then.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing those pilot projects with us. Tobias, let's go into the world of planning. How do you plan with the Core2? What's your process?
Now, first of all, I want to come back to the Core1 because it's still an active product, and where the projects are smaller than 400 kV, we still use the Core1 inverter, and we will use them in future as well. And because wherever we are, we can install this inverter on the roof, because the roof is able to withstand the additional loads, we are using these inverters. But for commercial industrial rooftop projects with a larger size, we will use the Core2 inverter, as it is larger and more cost effective, and as I heard, also able to communicate with the power plant controller.
Andreas, it was mentioned now a few times, of course, the Core1 is still in use. So what do I need to keep in mind if I want to combine the two inverters?
Yeah, I think this is really a big advantage, that you can combine the different power classes of the SMA commercial inverters. So if you have a roof where you use, as an example, several Core2 inverters, then you can add easily a Core1 inverter, and if also needed, you can use one of our 15, 20 or 25 kV inverters. So it's really a perfect match for the customer to be very flexible and modular and have a solution really for every roof. And what I also want to point out is a point of shading. All these inverters are equipped with our feature shade fix. So also here it brings a lot of benefits to our customers, and finally to produce more energy.
which is of course what everybody wants. Matthias, to finish off, one final very quick question to you. Can you tell us just a little bit something about the warranty? So a statutory warranty, extended warranty, servicing and repairs. What's happening on that end?
Yeah, for that product, the Sunny TriPower Core2, we have a standard factory warranty of 5 years, which is the standard for the commercial inverters from SMA. And yeah, you can order optional warranty extensions, 5 more, or 10, 15, or 20 years. And if it comes to servicing in the field, so that product is yeah, made for having also some repairs in the field. So it really depends on the issues we are facing in the field. So sometimes you need to exchange the inverter, but sometimes also a repair on site could be really fast to solve the problem.
Great, thank you so much. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you so much for your attention. I would like to thank you for your interaction, for commenting, and for taking part in the world premiere of the Sunny TriPower Core2. And to finish off this very first edition of SMA's Let's Talk Energy, the new virtual format, I'm going to leave you with a short but very fantastic product film of the new Core2. Thank you so much. Please have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
The new Sunny TriPower Core2 brings greater flexibility to system design. System planners benefit from maximum flexibility in string design, which allows them to implement different commercial systems up to the megawatt range very easily and conveniently. That means an outstanding solar fraction, even in the event of shading. As a key component of the energy system business, the SMA inverter enables modular expansion according to specified requirements. From the Sunny Design Planning tool to commissioning with the Data Manager M and expansion of the battery storage system, as well as the intuitive Sunny Portal monitoring tool, all coordinated from a single source. Systems with the new Sunny TriPower Core2 manage without DC combiner. This means that installation and commissioning are completed very quickly. The smart integrated SMA features optimize energy yield right from the start and throughout the entire life of the system. The new Sunny TriPower Core2 is the latest step toward our goal of making renewable energies more accessible around the world. We are always there for you during implementation, which covers planning as well as comprehensive monitoring. Our latest inverter has undergone all the quality tests that are customary at SMA. The inverter meets the most stringent of requirements and has been developed for a particularly long service product life, even in extreme temperatures and weather conditions.